3 and a 2 and a 1. What's up, guys? And welcome to another episode of Talk Your Shift. I am Mel.
I am Dom.
Look at that. She said the right name this time, guys. It's Dom and Mel. If you're new here, we talk about life, the journey that we are currently on as far as healing goes, and just to have a funny time. Not all the time is funny, but we try to be. Thanks for being here. Dom?
Welcome. So, just like to say real quick, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure that you check us out on YouTube. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you forcefully do that. And you can also check us out on Patreon. It is $5 a month. Wow. Give me a high 4.
So, Dom.
Yes.
How are you doing?
To be quite frank, let's see. I've had better days. I've had better weeks. Had better years. But here we are, reluctantly.
Reluctantly, bitch?
On some days, yeah.
I know, we really try to pull it together.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm doing all right. Definitely super busy between school and work.
All her hoes. No, I'm kidding. She has no hoes.
Oh my God. Got him right here. Nothing. But no, definitely super busy because of school and work, and especially in this new position. Basically, the CEO told me, I'm done. I'm walking out. It's your company now.
That's literally what happened.
That's literally what did not happen.
No, it didn't happen.
But yeah, so just super busy with the new role, and then just life being life. My car being dumb.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. She needed a jump yesterday.
Yeah, more than a jump.
And then she needed a new battery. Yeah. And then she needed a socket wrench to take out the new battery. And so she and my husband were on an adventure. I'm like, where is this man?
It was ridiculous, and it's so funny because, like, Carlton and I, we actually were speaking on the phone prior to when he got to my house, and I always say, like, I need to work on my patience with things. Like, I have a lot of patience for other people's situations. Mm-hmm. For my own situation, I am always ready to just, like, take gasoline and light myself on fire. Like, I have zero patience. And it was funny because while we were trying to change the battery and everything, like, it was just one of those days where everything just doesn't fully go your way. So we tried to jump it, and fun fact, your battery should be at like 12 to 13 should be your number. Mine was at 9, and then we tried to start it, and it dipped down to 8, and the numbers just kept going down. Oh. So yeah, so definitely a bad battery. So then we went to AutoZone, and as we were trying to get things, the socket wrench that I got, some of the little sockets, they wouldn't fully click into the mechanism, and then the extension fell into my car.
Oh yeah.
And I just and then we realized, oh shit, we need a really big extension because of the bolt towards the bottom that is anchoring the battery. So we went back to AutoZone, but I was just so done with the situation that I literally said to Carlton, I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I can't do this. I was like, I can't do this. I just want to get it done. I just want to get it done. I don't care how we get it done. I just want to get it done. I'm done. and he's like super calm. He's like, oh man, well that's annoying. And I'm over here like, I'm going to lay on railroad tracks. So we went and whatever. And it was funny because he was trying to save me as much money as we can save because that shit's expensive. I dropped like $300 and something yesterday. So I didn't care. I just didn't care at that point. And he was trying to, be as monetarily responsible as we can. And I literally said to him, I was like, Carlton, I don't give a shit. I was like, I want to get it done. I just want to get it done. I don't care how much the price is. I'll buy whatever I need to buy, even if it's a waste. Let's just go. Let's just go. And he was like, okay. And like, literally, I didn't even think. I just tapped the card and went. I did not care. I wanted it done. and it was just very aggravating. Like,
car trouble is frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially when you got somewhere to be. Then tell everyone what happened when you got to where you were supposed to be.
Oh, so, well, no, actually, I got the text from my manager prior to that, but initially we planned on me going into work on Saturday just because there's a lot of deadlines that need to be met, so I just have fully mentally prepared myself to be at work, live at work, eat, sleep, breathe, work, it's fine. And my manager texted me, and she was like, the CEO said that it's okay, you don't have to come in. He said to rest, enjoy your weekend, and to work from home only if needed.
And Dom was like, fuck that!
Nah, if I had my stuff at the house, then I would have been like, okay. Like, yeah. Like, I did have to do some things. So I was talking to Carlton, and he was like, oh, that's good. I was like, no, it's not, because I left my stuff at work anticipating that I was coming back to work. And also, too, I took the bus home. And luckily, where my transfer is, it's not, like, dicey. It's Roosevelt Field Mall. So, you know, it's not the Hempstead bus terminal, because it clutch your pearls if you have to transfer there. So I was like, I also don't want to carry all, like, my laptop and my documents. Like, y'all saw how big that laptop is. It's fucking flat screen. So I was like, I still have to go in anyway. So I texted my manager, and I was like, I still have to come in and pick up my stuff because I have to do things and whatever. I get there, I go upstairs, and the CEO and my manager are up in his office just, like, talking. And the CEO was like, why are you here? He was like, you don't have a life? I want you to have a life. And I was like, I have a life? Wow.
He was like,
wow.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, I was like, I have a life. Okay, first of all. And I was like, I just prepared myself for these next upcoming weekends to have a life around my job. Just because, like, all these deadlines are crazy. So, to make a long story short, I am back on the road. I don't have to spend $150 fucking in Ubers this week. So, yeah, so that's pretty much how life is going for me. I think also, too, yesterday I was just feeling very vulnerable and tender emotionally. So I think that's also why I really didn't have the capacity to be patient with nonsense. And I felt bad because Carlton kept saying, I'm sorry, Dom. And I was like, it's not you. Like, I'm not mad at you or anything like that. I just, want to go fucking fist fight a brick wall. Like, that's it. It's not you. It's society. So, so I think that's why I also didn't really have the patience and capacity to just be like, all right, well, let's go take care of this. Like, no, fully ready to just put my car in neutral and let it roll over me. Fully ready.
You are so descriptive with this.
Yeah, I have a pretty vivid imagination, so.
Wonderful.
So how are you?
I'm good. I'm a little tired. Yesterday was the baby's birthday party part, so for our Long Island folks. Mm-hmm. It was lovely. It was fun. Dom strolled in towards the middle part of the party after everyone left, and she's like, ha-ha, but you thought I wasn't coming. Yeah. And everyone was like, Dom! She came in like a superstar.
I did.
Because everybody pretty much knows her at this point. She's at every function. I take so many pictures with her, of her. I have, like, my old phone, I literally have of her performances in college.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, what a proud dad.
Because you did, what? It was your,
my recital thing?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really remember how my recitals went, but I didn't like how I felt about them. So,
really?
Yeah, I don't think I ever want to see them. So if anybody has them, delete them.
Delete that shit.
Delete them. Because I think the graduating recital, Carlton said I was so tense that my shoulders were up here the whole time I was singing.
She's like...
And I was like...
Singing Ave Maria like this.
And it's just like, I'm like, I'd rather not. I was so scared.
Really?
Yeah.
I talked to Cav in the middle of mine, and she was like, you can't do that. I didn't know. It was silent, and, like, there was, like, awkward pauses in between pieces, so I just said to Cav, I was like, can I talk? She was like, no.
I forgot.
I was like, okay. But it was so funny because the entire panel was like this. They were like, I saw Cav immediately after she said no. She, like, was trying so hard not to laugh. All of them, even Dr. Wright, he started laughing, and I was like...
That's just funny.
But yeah,
Recital was a good
Really?
time.
I thought you did good.
Sure.
No, I really did.
It's all right. My German's not so good. My French is even worse.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
I'm not... French is just a difficult language. I mean, I feel like my German is better than my French, but... Because it's the consonant sounds, but, like, strong consonant sounds are kind of weird, because it's, like, it's abrupt when you're singing, so it's kind of like... Like,
yeah.
I don't know how to explain other than, like, it's just abrupt and it, like, stops you.
I get what you're saying. I guess because maybe I've heard you and a couple of other...
Complain about German? Singing in German?
Just singing in German.
Oh, I was like, singing in German is... But it's also interesting and it's fun. But French is hard.
Could imagine.
French is difficult. I still don't necessarily understand the rules. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But what I used to do is I used to write phonetically underneath the lyrics, so I could try to do the thing. But there's still, like, throat stuff in French.
Yeah.
And I'm not familiar on what part is the throat part and what part is not.
I think it's their R's.
But I'm saying, but what part of your throat do you use?
You wanna, like, kind of almost as if, what they say, like, hakaluhi, like, you kind of wanna...
Are you sure?
Yes. Like, my French teacher, her name was Sachayer.
That was
but
really good.
It was spelled like if you were to say it phonetically of what, like, how you would think you would say it in English, it's like cereal. It was like Cyrielle or something like that, but because the part. That I'm dead serious.
No, I'm watching, but it sounds really good.
Thanks. She drilled it into me.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I only had to sing one French song, but I sang a lot of German and Italian and Spanish, but that's a lot easier to, you know? That was good. But anyways, I don't know. I don't remember how we got here, but point blank period, we had a lovely time at the party. Dom came through like a superstar.
Blasted music.
No,
you didn't even hear it?
No.
Oh, I felt like that video.
Maybe I did. Were you playing reggaeton?
No, I was.
Then
playing
that was
K-pop.
the house. That was the house. A couple doors
K-pop,
down. It's very funny. But yeah, so we had a lovely time. Damien was running around, and he got to just spend time with his family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Carlton's side of the family, and it was fun. We had cake and yummy foods, and then I bought a piñata. There was supposed to be like several kids. There weren't. There were 2, and. Like, I'm just not successful with piñatas. Because the first piñata was too heavy, and when Dom whacked it, just a piece of it broke, and it just went lower, because it was too heavy. I packed it with too much candy. I got overzealous with the candy. And then I just had to turn it and pour it on the kids. And then that was great. And then at this one yesterday, it just got decapitated. Like, my brother whacked it, and the body just flew off. So the candy still didn't fall. Excuse me. So then what we ended up doing was holding it up, and then everybody grabbed a string, and then we pulled it down, and then the candy fell, but then we still had to pour the rest of it because it was like kind of stuck, and then we poured it on the kids. So that was cute. Had fun. Yeah, so it was lovely hanging out. I got to meet some of Carlton's cousins that came from Canada. That's probably why we're in a French mood, because they speak Canadian French, and that was really cool. It was so fancy, because his cousin was like in the middle of like talking to us, and she started answering in French, and I was like, oh my God. She's like, excuse me, I'm sorry, and then continued in English, and I'm like, that's so cool.
Naomi, right?
Yeah. She was cool.
I heard her a couple of times like saying things in French, and I was like, holy shit, that's so cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Bilinguals, polyglots, all them people. I'm getting back on my stuff.
You should.
I'm going to get back onto it. Because let me tell you something. This is a free thing. We're not getting paid for this. Not getting paid for none of this. That'll change. But go on Preplay. It's the best app thing to teach language. You can find a teacher in any country. Mm-hmm. With any dialect, and within a variety of like price ranges. And so I was taking Spanish lessons for like 4 months or something like that, and my Spanish already got like super good. Like, well, not super duper good, but it got a hell of a lot better. I was understanding things. And then Dom, what'd you take?
I took Spanish and French.
Yeah. Oh, you were learning Greek from somebody else.
I was learning Greek at the diner. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, so it's awesome, and you get like a FaceTime thing. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Check it out. So I'm definitely getting back to that because I'm really excited about it. So, now we're gonna check time. Perfect. All right. So, if you're new here, you know the spiel. Oh, well, you don't know the spiel because you're new here. If you're not new here,
She said, hold on a second.
hold on 1 second. If you're not new here, you know the spiel. We are going to be moving on to our first segment, which is our beloved meme segment. I scroll the interwebs. Thank you for that slow clap. I scroll the interwebs looking for inspirational quotes and memes and whatnot, and then I come over here and I force you to listen to it. So, and then we talk about it. What?
It's a little aggressive.
They could skip it. I'm starting to put time.
Oh, timestamps?
Thank you. Timestamps in the thing. So, like, don't just click away. Just go to the spot you really want to go to. Just stay engaged. Don't just click away. Check the timestamp. All right. Now that I've said that. Let's go to our meme. It's a lovely conversation between what looks like death and a little bunny. It's one of those cute little, like, goth meme thingies. But anyways, so the bunny is saying, I have a hard time taking compliments. And then death goes, don't take them, borrow them, tuck them away for the next person who needs one. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
I'm going to post it in the thing so you can see how cute it is. I don't know who made it, but I liked it. It was so cute.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many people have a problem taking compliments.
Yes.
It makes me so uncomfortable. And then you end up in a compliment war.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh my God, I love your shoe. Oh my God, I love your face. And it's just like, well, I love your soul. And I love
Yeah, it goes back and forth.
Yeah, it just gets really intense after a while. And so I'm working on taking compliments better. It's not always the easiest thing because I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. No, I liked it a lot. I thought it was funny because from the two, I get on comic strips, do they just call them boxes? Like the
I don't know.
Panels it is. Panels.
Yes.
The first two panels I thought were really funny where Death was like, so don't take them. Like that was really funny to me.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, ha! And then like I read through the rest, I was like, oh, that's nice. So I thought that was really cool. That like I do think that is a good way to learn how to take compliments a bit better because I try to do a lot of reading, and one of the ideas that I read about was one way to help yourself with having more grace for yourself and just in general, I guess patience with situations and just grace in general is being grateful and just showing gratitude in situations where that's what it was. It was an article about like neuroplasticity and like rewiring your brain so then eventually habits, like you can form good habits.
Yes.
In place of old bad habits.
Yeah,
What does
it take? Like 6 months every day consecutively
something
to
like
create
that.
a new habit or something like that?
I know it's months, but I don't know the exact number.
My doctor said it's 6 months.
All right, so it's 6 months.
Exercise takes 6 months every day of consistent exercise for it
Really?
to then become a lifestyle.
Oh, wow. All right.
I've only made it like a month.
Sorry.
Month straight. I'm like, man, and then something happens.
Yeah, that's kind of life, so.
Yeah.
Don't be too hard on yourself for that. But so one thing they were saying was to show gratitude to help with rewiring. And that's what that made me think of maybe you're not the best at taking compliments, because I know that I certainly am not, and I just make jokes. Like I feel like I do refer to them a lot, but I really do love my coworkers. Like in a job that could definitely be super stressful, all of them just really, I don't know, they hold space for each other, in my opinion. And I just really love my coworkers. And I noticed that when I get compliments from them, I have a hard time accepting them. And what I do is I'll just be an ass about it. And I'll be like,
yeah,
like there's only sometimes, like, I don't know what to do. I like start malfunctioning. And I think one time I was like, oh, like, you're going to make me blush. And they were like, why? And I was like, I don't know. They were like, okay. But then other times I guess my way of accepting it is I'll make a joke, or like I'll just be an ass. So I'll be like, yeah, I know this outfit looks good. But internally, I'm like, oh my God. So one thing that I have found that is helpful for me is really, really, really showing gratitude just in all situations, because it allows me to have more grace. And with having more grace, it allows me to now develop more love for myself, where it's not that, because personal opinion, but I think that if you can't receive a compliment, it's because you don't have that love and respect for yourself, just because you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I struggle a lot with my physical appearance. Like, and you know this, I speak about this quite often, and I'm working on it, but like, I know that I struggle a lot with thinking that, I'm a good-looking person, an attractive person, whatever, and that's just my own.
Let her know in the comments that she's beautiful.
Please don't.
Comment below.
Please don't.
Be like, Dom, you're gorgeous.
Please don't. I'm gonna make a
then roast
burner account.
Her in the
yeah,
comments.
I'm gonna make a
roast
burner
her.
account and be like, lies.
All right. Since she won't take the compliment, which is the whole point of this episode.
Yeah.
Just roast her in the comments, and she will have a blast reading them, and maybe she'll even troll you right back.
I would probably laugh. Like, quick side story. My best friend Danielle and her cousins, they go hard in the paint with roasting. Little kids are menaces.
They are. Because they're so honest.
Yeah, and it was so funny because...
She'd be like, why do you have hair on your lips?
Yeah, oh my God, ready? So we were going back and forth, her younger cousin Gabby, and we were going back and forth, and we would say, oh yeah, well, what is a... And then whatever the roast is, like, pretty much saying, like, you don't know what this is. And I started crying, because she was like, oh yeah, well, what is a hairline? And I was like, oh no! I was ready to take off the seatbelt, but... Besides the point, I feel like when you can't take compliments about certain things, it's because you can't see them within yourself. So it's almost a foreign concept, and you don't believe it. And a lot of times, people's automatic reactions are when you don't agree with something or you don't believe in something, you're not going to necessarily welcome it, if that makes sense. So it's like, like I said, I struggle a lot with that. So if someone gives me a compliment like, I don't know, you look really good today, because that isn't something that I am fully indulged in, it's a foreign concept to me. So I'm not going to immediately agree with it and accept it, because it's like, whoa, like what? So... Whoa. Yeah. So, exactly. So I really like that, because I think that ties in with gratitude, where sometimes, for me personally, it's easier to be nicer to other people than nice to myself.
Yeah.
So with taking those compliments, and maybe you can't apply it to yourself just yet, but by being kind to other people, I believe that is a way of showing gratitude. So I do think that it kind of is a cyclical thing, where... not just pass along the compliment to somebody else, but really sitting and thinking about it and be like, oh, wait, like, that actually was something really kind, and, like, like, it gets your brain going. So I really do like that a lot, because I feel like that is something, it's almost like, all right, well, you might not believe it now, but keep up with it, keep the consistency. Like, I know Carlton and I spoke about that with Affirmations.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm really working on loving myself and accepting myself for who I am. Even though there's parts of me that I do, and then there's parts that I don't. And you know, just look in that mirror, and if you gotta lie, lie. Just until, like, you start believing it. Exactly. Fake it till you make it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, it's still... Borrowing it means, like, you have to use it first, right? You know what I mean? And I think that's why the word borrow, like, fits so nicely.
Yeah.
And then you give it to somebody else. It's almost like a pay it forward in a way.
I was gonna say a rental.
Oh, well, I pay it forward.
Yeah,
is where I was going.
Yeah,
with that. But yeah, like, you pay it forward and you sit with it, because it's like I was saying before with the compliment, like, battle. Like, it's different because you're not, like, releasing it. So it's almost like you're complimenting the other person to release the tension that you feel within yourself. And so you just, like, you're like, I can't take it. Here, you take it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just like, no, you gotta sit with it for a little bit. And, you gotta sit with it for a little bit. And just, and yeah, fake it till you make it. But there are some compliments, like, if you say something about my personality, I'm like, that's so sweet. You could say something about my hair. I know my hair is cool sometimes. Let you say something else. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Because it's so easy to critique yourself.
Exactly.
It's just like, like, this is going to sound so silly, but, like, there are some times where I take pictures of myself and I want to post them online, and I stare at them until I'm ugly, and then I'm like, I don't want to post these anymore. Like, you just look at the fucking picture for so long, and you're like, and then it's like, I don't like the way my eye looks in that. You know?
Yeah.
And you just do that just because I think I saw a meme that said something like that, like, you ever stare at a picture? And I was just like, yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
Especially now, it's so funny. So at this point, I have lost 65 pounds since I had Damien. Thank you. I didn't realize how much it was until I started counting, and I was like, wow. 10, 20. I was like, well, damn, bitch, okay, look at you. Yeah. And then I started doing a thing. So we took pictures at Damien's birthday party, and I'm looking at myself in the videos and the photos and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about my face. My chin looks so pointy, and so is my nose, because I was so used to my face being fuller, but I didn't like my face being fuller either. And I'm just like, you just can't win, can you? You just can't fucking win. So, and it's so annoying, you know? And then I have people being like, oh my God, you look great. Yeah. And stuff. Like, when I was posting pictures from Vegas, I had mad people message me like, you look good. And I'm like, thank you. And I actually felt pretty good about it, because, like, I was feeling myself in Vegas. Yeah. There's something about getting dressed up when you're on vacation. Yeah. That there's a level of, you're not in your state, if you're lucky. You're not in your home state, and you just, you being slightly bougie, even if it's something small. Yeah. And it's just like, and you just feeling good. And so I was like, vacation vibe. I'm gonna eat all these compliments, and and it was nice, you know? But I was looking at my chin and my nose, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then all the stretch marks from Damien and losing the weight and stuff. And so it's just like, I think everyone's just going to battle with. Yeah. It's just an ongoing battle of, like, oh, I don't like how I look now. Oh, I don't like how I look now. But I like how I feel now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I'm just trying to tell myself, like, man, stop your shit.
No, it's true.
Sometimes you gotta be rough with yourself and be like, listen.
Put him against the locker.
You're fucking beautiful, all right? Because I can't keep critiquing myself like, I'm gonna keep doing this until I lose weight. Yeah, and then I'm gonna get to my goal weight, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, it was so dumb that my brain did that, and then my husband was like, don't do that. Yeah. When I was like, you see how pointy my chin? He's like, don't do that. He's the voice of reason 99% of the time. So, you know, it's rough. It's rough. Even, you know what I mean? And then there's the whole concept of, like, oh my God, I think I'm big. Like, when you're actually really small. And, like, it's just, I don't know. I think it's the pressures of society, and then it depends on your upbringing or like who's around you to reinforce those narratives and that image in your head of like who you really are and what you really look like. You know, because I remember being a $145 in high school and looking at myself and being like, "Oh my God, I'm so unhealthy looking. I'm so like big."
Wow.
Yeah. And then I look at those pictures now and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
Like, why was I so mean to myself? Not that it mattered if I was big or small, but like I've been fat shamed my entire life because my weight has fluctuated and then it stuck because that's what happens in your 20s. But yeah, no, I was thin and then, but I've always been like hippie. And I've always, like, just been a little bit thicker on the bottom. And so I thought at one point I was big. Like, that I was fat.
Okay.
And there were times where people, adults in my life were, like, telling me, even people who weren't in my family, like, just, you know, people, like, parents or grandparents of, like, a friend's.
What the fuck?
Yeah, just being like, oh, she can't play with that. She's too fat. She's too big. Like...
I wish I could teleport back. Do you understand that I would roast the shit out of them for you? I'd be like, oh yeah,
Come here, Grandma.
Literally, I'd be like, sorry, I'll turn your hearing aid on first so you can hear what I'm about to fucking say to you, alright? Useness, or whatever the fuck those old names are, like, those weird-ass, old-ass Victorian Dust Bowl names, like, nah.
Dust Bowl.
The Dust Bowl, yeah, I literally would be like, yo, Granny, like, how was the 1940s? Like, nah, I would defend you so hardcore.
I know. If you could teleport and beat up all my bullies.
I definitely would be like, how the fuck you gonna be talking about somebody when, like,
you look at
your life insurance is, like, a little questionable. Like, you didn't get a good premium because you old. So, yeah, I would defend you.
Thank you, friend.
But, no, that's so crazy because also, too, when you think about it, body dysmorphia is nuts.
Girl.
I was talking to Oshia about it because I've been losing weight because of just how busy I've been at work. Like, I haven't actually been having, like, meals. I've been having mostly snacks. And,
as long as you're eating, though. Snacking sometimes can be good for the metabolism.
Yeah. And also, too, depending on what you're drinking. So, like, I try to, for the most part, make sure that, my liquid intake consists of my protein shakes and my water.
See, look at you.
So I try. Because there's some times where, like, I don't eat and I'm like, let me have this muscle milk. But,
muscle milk.
But, like, it's so crazy because I was looking in the mirror, like, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and I was explaining to Oshia because I had this internal thought where I was looking in the mirror and I was like, wow, I feel like I look terrible. Like, I feel like I look... like
killing me.
No, I'm serious. Like, I was like, wow, like, I feel like I look terrible. Like, I don't look toned. I feel like I look really big and bloated. And I weighed myself and I lost like 3 pounds. And I was like, that's so, even though 3 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but sometimes 3 pounds makes a difference. Like, you can see the difference. And I just thought about it and I was like, wow, like, that's really fucking crazy how looking in the mirror, I was like, wow, like, I feel like I look terrible. But then when I weighed myself, I was like, but I went down in weight, so I don't understand. And I noticed that then when I weighed myself again and I lost a little bit more weight, I still felt like I didn't look good. And it kind of clicked in my head. I was like, wow, body dysmorphia is nuts because, like, I'm looking and being like, damn, like, I feel like I don't look good. But then looking back in photos from the same day, you see yourself and you're like, wait, I look fine. Like, what? Or like, not that always the number on the scale is very important because you can have a really high body weight, but look phenomenal because muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah.
And, you know, vice versa. You can have a really low weight on the scale and not look very healthy because, you know, maybe you don't have a lot of muscle and, like, you need to kind of build that up. Like how some women, like, you can't be too skinny if you're trying to to get pregnant and have a successful pregnancy. and I hope this doesn't come off as I'm shaming or anything like that, because that's not what I'm saying at all. But
like every pregnancy has their own thing. You know what I mean?
like,
everybody knows their body for the most part, but there are like, healthier, I guess, healthier ways to go about it.
Yeah, like I know, like doctors say that sometimes smaller women, they'll be like, all right, you got to put a little bit of weight on to successfully have a child or to have an easier pregnancy, just because like biologically that's what is needed.
Yo, metabolism, whether it's fast or slow, it's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It really is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so that's just so crazy. Like how we can look at ourselves and like, again, just body dysmorphia is very crazy, because what you see is not actually reality.
I feel like we should post a picture of like what we thought looked terrible at the time, but now looking back at it, we're like, oh, we looked great.
No, that happens all the time.
I feel like we should post a picture of that.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Like I see photos of myself and I'm like, I can specifically remember that same day being like, wow, I look really, really bad. And my manager at work, actually, we kind of had this conversation because I went in on a Saturday and the outfit I was wearing was pretty cool. I liked it, but I felt a little bit insecure because it was a crop top, but like I was wearing high-waisted pants. So it wasn't like, I was out there doing God knows what. And I'm serious. And
being a hoochie. It's
so funny because she used that word, but I'm not going to say in what context, just because she's my, Gotcha. So my manager and I were talking, and like I kind of vocalized to her. She was like, I really like your outfit, blah, blah. And I was like, like I feel like kind of insecure. Like I was like, I don't think I look fit. And she was like, girl, what? And I was like, I just personally don't. Like I don't feel fit. I don't feel like I look fit. And she was like, if it means anything, like I think that you look fit. Like I think you look fine. Like I don't see anything wrong. And she was like, and stop being so self-deprecating, because you're gonna look back in 5 years and you're wasting all this time right now being like I look terrible, but then when you go and you look back, you're like, damn, I wish like I looked like that again. And so like,
and you're just wasting time.
You're wasting
when you could just be happy in the body that you're in at the moment. Yeah. I agree. Such a pain in the ass self-image, Yeah. Especially like I feel like coming from like a Puerto Rican background, they are so quick to like call you gorda and stuff, flaca, like you skinny, you fat.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case. You know what I mean? They're so quick, and like, yo, Puerto Rican grandmas are ruthless.
Nah, bro, I feel like Spanish families, like the nickname you get, it's kind of...
they tell you what to be eating? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Like, the nickname that's given to you is almost kind of like the thing that they're making fun of you for. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's endearing and fucked up all on the same breath.
Yeah.
But,
and they don't take into account, like, I feel like the older generations don't take into account that, like, stress is a thing, eating disorders and stuff like that, because I actually have kind of come to the terms with that, like, I kind of have one. Not that I kind of have one. I have one. Mm-hmm. And, because I binge eat, but at this point, I can't binge eat because I'm on medication. Mm. So when I'm stressed, I'm doing something else instead of eating. Yeah. Because that's I'm also like an emotional eater. Mm. So I am incapable of doing the thing that's harmful for now. Mm. But I do have to get myself into the mindset of like, once this medication is done, like, you know, I gotta kind of figure this out. So I think at some point I'm gonna talk to my therapist about it. Yeah. I think I had kind of like touched on the topic really quick, and I think she said something, because she's also a plus size woman, mm-hmm. and I think like she had said something. I'm gonna get back. I'm trying to remember exactly what she said, but she said that it made sense based off of the other things that we were talking about, that it made sense that this is also like a problem that I would have. So, yeah, you know, I remember, so I was young, I was skinny, but then people were always saying I was big, but I wasn't. I just always had a big appetite. I've always had a big appetite, even when I was thin. And then my grandfather passed away, and then I gained a lot of weight because for like I think a year straight, I was lying in my bed, like when I would be home, and I would have my plate like on my chest, and I would just watch TV, and I would just eat laying down because I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to play. I didn't want to do anything. And my mom would be like, honey, you can't be laying down while you're eating or whatever. And I just never listened. And then I ended up gaining a lot of weight. And then kids made fun of me for being like chunky. And then I lost the weight again, but I was still thicker than the other kids. And so they still were making fun of me being fat. And then what is it called? The freshman 10 or the freshman 20 or something?
Yeah, freshman 15. Freshman 15.
Yeah. So I gained weight in college from, stress and like trying to work and doing schoolwork and stuff. It happens. And then I remember I was eating a cupcake at a family party, and my grandmother was just like, don't eat those. You're going to get fatter. And I was like, damn. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
I still ate that fucking cupcake.
I was going to say, I really hope that you ate the cupcake. I
still ate that cupcake. It was vanilla with blue frosting. Still remember that. I have no idea what I was wearing. But I can tell you what I ate. And then there was this one time. Oh my God. This was okay, trigger warning, guys. I probably should have said that before I said the first story. But so I went to Puerto Rico for the first time. Many moons ago. I think I was like 21, something like that. And I was seeing my uncle for the first time in like 10, 15 years. And I get there and we're meeting him at this restaurant in, I forgot what town we were in. And I get out and he's like, oh, look at you. And I was like, yeah, I got old, making a joke like, yeah, I got old. And he was just like, you got so fat before he even said hello. I didn't get a second to say bendición. I didn't get a second to give a hug. Like, he was just, that was like, he didn't say any of those things. He just said that straight up. When I tell you, full shutdown.
Yeah.
I put my sunglasses on and I was like crying while I was eating the most delicious ensalada de pulpo. But it was just like, cause I wasn't not gonna eat at this restaurant, but I just kind of stayed to myself on the end of the table and and he was just messing with me the whole trip. And then at some point my father was like, leave her alone. Just let her be. And he's like, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. And I was just like, it's so hurtful. I feel like tears behind my eyes right now, but I'm not going to cry. But things like that. That's what I'm working on in therapy. But it's like shit like that I think, just becomes embedded in your idea of who you are as a person. And when you're hearing things at such a young age, so the cupcake thing, I think I was around I think I was in high school. Yeah. And then, or right after high school. And then in Puerto Rico, it was a few years after that. So I was in my 20s. Yeah. And that time, so being young, being a little kid, yeah, that shit hurts. But then being an older young adult, right? Where you're trying to make a place for yourself in the world and you're doing for yourself and you're trying to be an adult and be mature. Because you feel like you know everything or you're growing. I think at that point when you're trying to set yourself up as a person, to have those words thrown at you, it really cuts deep. And it fucks with you, man. It really does. And so it took me, I still don't like that man. I still don't like that man. I say hello or whatever. I'm polite, but I don't be talking to him like that. Because once you rude as fuck to me like that. Yeah. My grandmother, that's another story. I love my grandma. So, it is what it is. What's funny is the two of them are siblings. Really? Yeah. So, they grew up a certain type of way. So, my grandmother was going to get forgiveness. Yeah. But not him. Yeah. That's just not, Yeah. So, I say that to say that, you know, self-image is like really rough. And then receiving compliments, it's also interesting because I guess going on another rant, being on Long Island and being a plus-size woman on Long Island in the dating scene, it looks different, you know? I like a lot of people, not to generalize, but in my experience, I was always the biggest out of my friends. And then at some point, like, we would go out, we go dancing, we do this or that, and like I was never approached on Long Island. I was never approached by guys or anyone. Like, I was the one that was constantly the buffer because all my other friends had partners already. So I was always like the bodyguard. So like I'm the one squeezing in between to like get people to stop like dancing on my friends, or like I pull them to the side, or if somebody's trying to like yell at them from like the car or whatever, I'm the one like being like, hey, like chill out. And they are so mean. Like, some people are just like so fucking terrible. They're just terrible. You look so serious right now because of what I said to you.
Because I get it. No, I'm listening. I get it. Yeah.
So it's just like, it's just rough when you hear those words from like everyone around you, and then somebody comes up to you and they're like, "You look beautiful today."
Yeah. It's like a foreign concept.
And you're just
it's
like,
very
you're
hard
like,
to
really?
understand.
And then your brain kind of short circuits, and you're just like, well, you look great. Like, you know?
It's almost like it's so strange, but it's almost as if with hearing all those negative things about your self-image, and then hearing something positive, like you said, your brain short circuits, and it's almost like with receiving that, there needs to be reciprocity. And it's like, no, like I'm giving you a compliment, that's it. I'm not here to try and like in a manipulative way be like, all right, now tell me like you like my sweatpants, you know, like no, like that's messed up. But I think that immediately a lot of times, especially as people pleasers, we go to like our first stop is, okay, well, what can I say about them to make them feel good, you know? And it's like, excuse me, that's not the point. That's not the point. And like self-image is just crazy. And I guess with beauty being in the eyes of the beholder, that's another thing that makes it kind of difficult, because if you're looking and, as terrible as it sounds, grading your beauty, because everyone does it, if you don't really believe it, it's going to be very easy for you to knock yourself. So like that saying is just very true. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, because you know. But
and
that's
then
why
you just date whoever you can at that point.
Yo, I literally
this is where I'm gonna judge people, not based off of their looks. I'm based off of their trash ass personality.
Yeah.
Like when you're so used to feeling like shit, like you ain't shit, or you don't look beautiful, or you don't feel smart, or whatever the case may be, you will settle. Yeah. Point blank. Period. You will settle, and like settling. With these dusty dudes, it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know? And then what do? They chip away at whatever is left.
Yeah.
You know? And so starting over is rough. So I still have moments with Carlton where I feel a little insecure, and I'll just be like, how do I look? And he'd be like, you look beautiful. You look great. You know? But I'm just like, But then he makes me laugh because he's like, I wouldn't just marry a homely person. I'm like, what is homely? I had to look that word up.
Carlton's funny as hell.
Yeah, so he tells me that all the time, but
yeah,
he's like, I wouldn't just marry a homely person. Like, you look good.
No, like, insecurities really be doing a number. Like, the biggest thing that I would hope for people to have is being secure in themselves. Like, if you're secure within yourself, it's amazing how things change.
Because everything changes. Everything shifts into such a positive direction. The momentum you gain. It's
so crazy. Like, I know that I have said this once before, maybe not on camera, but I know to you guys, I have, like, I am so thankful for my manager, because she has been just such a beacon of light for me with everything that was going on the past couple of months. And then also, too, just being a woman in the business world.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny because I thought that, like, when she called me one morning and was just telling me, you know, make sure you do this, make sure this, I was under the impression of, like, oh, man, like, she doesn't think, like, I could do it. And, you know, she's coaching me because she's questioning my ability, when in reality, that wasn't it. Like, when her and I spoke after I got back, it was the sweetest thing. She was like, you know, I literally, like, was brought to tears watching you leaving to go do the visits and everything, because I was just so proud of you. And she started tearing up as she was saying it, so I was like looking in her eyes like this. I was like, do it! I'm watching! But,
such a pain in the ass.
yeah, but, like, she is so secure within herself, and I tell her all the time, I'm like, yo, you're such a fucking G. I'm like, that's so cool.
It's so wonderful to see women in places of power that are, like, killing it.
And, like, it's so influential, too. So that's why, like, when I think that she has been such a huge beacon of light for me, because I am not the most self-confident with certain things. Like, my personality, for the most part,
she's killing it.
I'm like, you know, I do my own.
Look at her trying to be humble right now. She's I know I'm great. I'm funny.
That's what, yeah. Like, I have my moments of insecurity for sure, because there's some times where, like, I feel like I can be a bit much, but for the most part, like, you're not gonna shake me on my personality, because I'm funny as shit, and, like, you know, I'm just saying, I'm funny, and, like, I have a bit of duality. Like, I can be nice, and then I can also, like, dish it if I need to. And, like, I feel like my family, I feel like my family, like, really tried their hardest to, all of the grandkids, the nieces, the nephews, everybody, just, like, don't let anybody tell you that you're not worth something. Like, I know my dad would say that a lot. He'd be like, don't let anybody tell you what your self-worth is. Like, you dictate that. And, like, I love this saying that he always says. He's like, why are you spending a nickel worth of energy on someone who's worth a penny? And I'm like, you're so fucking right. Like, I'm going to run with that. I'm going to be like, my dad said you're a penny. You are copper. You suck. Like, you're eroded. Okay? You look green. Yeah, so.
You look dusty.
You look dusty. And then when she say your hairline's uneven. But point being, I think that security within yourself is something that is so essential. Because, like seeing how my manager is, it, like, inspires me to be that way. Where I think that's also why, too, how you and I were having a conversation prior, like, I think I just kind of graduated from letting other people dictate what my self-worth is. And, like, you know, I'm not in the business of that anymore. I mean, I have my moments, but
recovering people pleasers here.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm no longer in the business of letting somebody tell me about myself and then letting that become my opinion about myself. Like, you can tell me about myself all you want. And, like, do I think that sometimes it's necessary? Yeah. Because sometimes you don't realize. But
yeah.
I don't think that you should let someone else's opinion of yourself be your opinion. Both good and bad. Like, if someone's telling you you're the best thing that ever happened to them and this and that, and just really showering you in these wonderful words, I think that's lovely. But both the good and bad should not be taken to heart. Like, just like, okay. And, like, you use your real life experiences to formulate that opinion about yourself. Not, like, I forgot what I wrote in my journal, but I said something along the lines of, like, oh man, when we'll, like, if you have to look for something, I'll run to my journal and try to find it real quick, but basically just saying that, like, other people's opinions are nothing but redirections in a way. Like, it's not, that's what it was. I was like, use it as a reminder, not as your validation.
Yes.
Because, like, I'm not gonna have you tell me that, like, oh yeah, you're funny. And that's how I'm validated and think I'm funny. No, I think, like, that's a reminder. I know I'm fucking funny.
She makes herself laugh all the time.
I do.
She don't need nobody with her. She will laugh by herself.
It's kind of, it's a little unhealthy. But, you know, like, I also shouldn't let somebody telling me that my outfit looks nice be my validation. No, it's a reminder. Yeah, I know this outfit looks nice. I picked it out for that reason.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Tell them.
Tell them.
I'm always like the hype person.
It's so funny.
Like, especially when me and Carlton, or when Carlton says something, I'm say yes. Because I forgot, I think we were talking to my cousin, and he was like, oh my God, I don't even remember what we were talking about, because I had some edibles. And I feel like that is one of the reasons why I can't remember certain conversations. But I remember him, like, saying stuff, and I would just be, like, repeating the last part of his sentence. Like, every time he said something that I really was like, yeah, you can't let him get you.
Damn.
Can't let him get you down. And he'd say something else more profound, and then the last couple words, like, yep, can't let him. Nope.
Damn, like, I'm about to change our group chat of me and Carlton to Migos. Because you literally, like, he's Quavo going off, and you're Offset, just be like, yeah, right, Like, oh, man, that's so funny.
I know.
That's so funny.
That's why we work.
Yeah.
That's why we work. It's some good stuff. I feel like every once in a while when Carlton and you are talking, I'm like, yeah, I'm in the back like, yes.
I feel like Carlton and I, when that happens, we're just like, yes. So.
Exactly. They're like, all right, we get it. You're here. You're listening. Anyways, continue. Oh, man. That was a little bit more vulnerable than I thought.
I literally was like, wow, we started with like, oh yeah, like this meme. And then we got into like
trauma.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm definitely putting a trigger warning before that story. That might set somebody off.
Yeah.
Because some people are ruthless. But anyways, thanks for listening to me being vulnerable for a split second. And Dom, I feel like that might have been the first time I actually told like a story about like crazy shit that people have said to me about my body.
Yeah.
I got stories for days. Because people are mean.
People are terrible, and it's so sad because it's a projection thing. So it's like, it's hard to, I guess, have compassion for them because obviously, like, you know, in that moment they're saying something about you.
It's so hard. Let me tell you, I ain't healed all the way. I am not healed all the way. That's why I still don't really like my uncle. Because that's some rude shit.
Yeah, that's a little bit much. Like, oh, man.
I feel like Dom would have, like, gone in.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
they would have heard you from the airport. Like,
I'm in the plane. You just see this in the window. the little window, the Delta sign right next to me, like.
You tapping it and stuff. You.
Nah, just because I don't think that's cool. Because, like, maybe it's very Hammurabi code of me, but the same way that you have something to make fun of me for, there's something that someone can make fun of you for. So it's kind of like, let's chillax. We all have our own things and own struggles that we go through, and like insecurities, and like, as fucked up as it is to say, there's something that can be made fun of everybody. It is what it is. Like, people can make fun of me for whatever reason. Not that it's justified, but it's to say, like, why the fuck are you making fun of somebody when you got skeletons in your closet? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's pump the brakes.
It's one of the reasons why during roast sessions, I'm just quiet.
Really?
I'm real quiet. I'm like, I ain't throwing nothing nowhere.
Now you gotta...
I'm right here. But I still get pulled in them.
Yeah.
And I just laugh.
I feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel like you do be doing roasting.
I really feel like I don't. I just say your mother. I say your mother a lot.
No, it's unintentional. It's unintentional. That's like, I feel like you don't realize that you're doing it, but that's also different. That's like if you're
I'm not trying to roast. Like a roast session, you guys are intentionally like getting at each other. I can't do that, but I'll sit and watch. I will sit and watch.
As popcorn.
So good.
But yeah, no, like I just don't think that's right to be doing that to someone when everybody has skeletons in their closet. Like, that's not to say go around and, you know, start making fun of people. But like, just be kind to people.
Be
just
kind.
be, you know.
You never know what somebody's going through.
Yeah. Yeah, so. And again, be kind because you don't know what they're going through. And also, too, like,
you don't know if they're going to come right
back at you. They're going to come right back at you. Like, I'm just saying, like, you can't be saying shit with a receding hairline. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like...
She's not wrong.
But that's the thing. It's like, you know... Don't open your flapping mouth when, like, there's things that can be said about you, too, that are hurtful and, like, you don't want to hear. So if you don't want to hear it, why are you saying it's somebody else unprovoked? Like, if you're defending yourself, you defend yourself.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, it's either walk away or you let them know.
Who they talking to.
Yeah, you let them know. But, you know, maybe just don't even open the door for that at all.
What Dom is saying is, don't come for her, cause she gonna get you.
Not even that, cause sometimes, like, I feel like sometimes I just, like, laugh because my family, they are very good at roasting. You've seen my cousins. You have been at family events.
Yeah,
and
it's great. It's so good. My brother is good at roasting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But no, sometimes you gotta just kind of, like, be the bigger person because the thought that's in your head is like, this very easily will no longer be a fun roast session. So no, I'm not saying don't come for me because, like, I'll get you. I'm just saying don't come for me because, like, it's a waste of time. I don't know if I would come for you. Yeah, I would probably laugh about it and be like, this is what we're doing. Like, really? Like,
so funny. Though.
Okay. You know, sometimes it's those quick one-liners that like, I
know.
You know?
Oh my god.
Like, I'll show you once we're done with the episode, but it was like insults that sound like compliments.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it was so funny. It was so funny.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
Yes, I told HR. I did. I was like, guys, you want to hear something funny? And they were like, but they're cool. They're playful. They're playful. Yeah.
That was a lovely conversation.
That was.
Thank you for being vulnerable with me.
You're welcome.
Squeeze my hand back, bitch.
All right, well, move your thumb. Thank you. She's like trying to shake my hand, holding my fucking cuticles.
Cause you went like this.
Yeah, but that's still like where you grabbed my hand. You know.
Whatever. Anyways.
Ain't a handshake. That's
so we are moving on to our next segment.
What the fuck? She said, "Let me grab your pads." Go ahead. Next segment.
I hate you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Anyways, am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yes. We are here. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that my mother will never love her and to stop trying?
I stick with my initial statement. Yes.
Here we go. I've been married to my wife for 2 years, and the best way to describe my mother is cold. She's not rude or anything. It's just disinterested in my wife. The best way I can explain
I might change my answer. Proceed.
The best way I can explain my mom is that she is tired. She had a really hard life. This is Dom. This is Dom in the future. She's not friendly. She's just tired.
Nah. Listen, I feel like, I don't know. I think people sometimes think that I'm this, like, terrible person, and I really am just a big teddy bear. Or at least, that's what my teammates said one time.
I tell them all the time that you're a big teddy bear.
I know, but you're saying, like, how I might be this old lady that's, like, cracking people.
It just said that she's just tired. So let me finish the fucking story. Anyways, she had a really hard life. Doesn't have much affection left to give, and she rarely gets close to anyone. It's pure disinterest, and she can't bring herself to care about new people. She's a retired old lady that just wants to sit on the porch, not make small talk with people. I've explained this to my wife before and told my mother's story. We had a little get-together at my mom's house. Sorry. Ooh, okay. My mom doesn't like it when people bring food. She works all day to make a spread, and it's like her thing. She just wants to provide for the guests. My wife came from work and she brought food, potato salad. I stop her from bringing it in. The whole night she is just bothering her when she was on the porch, asking her if she wants to go on a shopping trip. When my mom asks for some quiet, she still talks on. When I was walking by, she asked me to take my wife away from her. This made my wife upset, but I did it since I could see Mom was getting close to the end of her rope. We had a talk in the car about what that was all about, and she just wants to be beloved by her mother-in-law. She is being nice, so she doesn't get why she doesn't like her. I told her my mother will never love her and to just stop. What she is doing is actively making her dislike you and to leave the woman alone. She called me a jerk and hasn't spoken to me since. Edit was told to include this comment from an info comment. Almost never, most of the time, if people join her on the porch, it's very little to no small talk, or to just or to just join her watching the garden. She doesn't care how loud they are in the house or anything like that. She just likes watching others have a good time. She's more of an observer than anything. She asked for quiet with my wife since she was just going on for a while. My sister was out there and told me Mom My sister was out there and told me Mom tried politer ways to ask her to be quiet and it didn't work. Also, the direct request didn't work with my wife and she kept going. So, is he the asshole?
Not fully. Like, I think that... First of all, I think homegirl needs to read the room. Goddamn. Like, not even read the room because, like, the letter room was there. Like, oh my God. But I think he could have phrased it differently. Maybe not say, my mother will never love you. Like, maybe don't do that.
Rough,
yeah,
man.
like, he could have went about it differently. But
Ooh, that's rough.
his words that he chose made him a jerk. But I don't think that the sentiment behind him made him a jerk because, bro, he gave you the itinerary. Like, literally, read the fucking syllabus. Like, it's not that his mom, it's not that the mother-in-law doesn't like her for who she is. It's just, this is how your mother-in-law is. Also, too, she's an older woman. You're not going to change her. Like, I'm sorry, but...
Oh, they don't change.
They don't change. And, like, just leave the poor person alone. And, like, you could very well get on with the person by just sitting in silence and watching the garden and just be... from what he was saying, the vibe that I get is she's very much, like, being in the presence of others.
She's an introvert.
Yeah. And, like, it seems like her love language is quality time, where, like...
Without talking.
Like, she's watching everyone have a good time and everything. So, like, don't try to force something to happen. Because if you're forcing something, one, it's not authentic. And, like, if you are trying to build up a relationship and you want it to be genuine, just let things happen. Like, maybe she's nervous and that's why she kept, like, talking and she thought that she could, like...
they were married for 2 years.
Okay,
it's still early. It's still early, but like...
But he did tell her, like, she doesn't really like talking, this and whatever. And now you're actively doing the things that homie doesn't like. What do you think is going to happen?
And why would you bring potato salad? You don't bring potato salad to somebody's house. You know they make it. There's a designated potato salad maker. Also, like, it's not helpful. Like... He's giving you all the cheat codes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you were told what to do, like, exactly what not to do, and you did exactly that. Like, no, so I do think that he was a jerk in how he said it, but I do think that...
go straight to, she's never going to love you.
Yeah, like, maybe not say it like that, but...
I'd be like, honey, you're trying way too hard.
Yeah, you're gonna make it worse. Yeah, you're making it worse. And, like, I think that was nice and a good attempt on the mom's part to politely ask multiple times.
Because old people, if they gonna do one thing, they gonna tell you what's on their mind. So the fact that she kept quiet, I know I'm interrupting you, but I don't want to lose this thought. The fact that she said multiple times politely.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you just...
Yeah.
You know, and she just kept talking. It's just like, honey, if you can't be quiet, just go in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, just go.
Yeah, like,
because she would have felt like shit had the mother, like, said some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so, no, I think that he shouldn't have said it like that, but... But I don't know why, like, if he's saying she likes quiet and then you proceed to just, like, talk every 5 seconds, why you think that's going to help your situation. But it could have been she was nervous. Could have been she was nervous and, like, she doesn't know how else to, I guess... Interact, maybe. I don't know, but what I do know is doing the things that he said don't do is not going to help you.
Yeah.
Like, don't bring food. Brings potato salad. Bro.
The worst thing to bring. If anything, bring dessert.
Yeah. But in that case, like, if they don't... Yeah, don't do it because...
I just think potato salad was a bad choice.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I personally wouldn't bring potato salad just because...
I'm not a good potato salad maker.
Fuck that. I buy that shit from the deli.
That's terrible.
No.
They use shitty mayo sometimes.
Listen.
It needs to be made at home.
Listen.
It needs to be made at home.
If you're getting macaroni salad from me for a party, just know it came from whatever local deli I stopped at. Because
don't eat it. Don't eat it. That mayo is going to do that weird aftertaste shit on the roof of your mouth. Don't eat none of her salads.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to take the time to make macaroni salad. I'm just not. Nope. I have a full-time job, so I'm going to use some of the funds to get that macaroni salad. I'm just not.
That's wild, though. Let me tell you something, though. I would have cried had he, like, said that shit to me in a car and be like, she's never gonna love you.
I don't think that's entirely true. I think that he just was frustrated that, like, I fucking told you this, that, and the third, and you didn't listen, and then you get upset when she claps back, and it's like, I think he was just frustrated.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it was a frustrated thing, because his mom has probably told him, like, multiple times, like, yo, your wife is driving me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So, he could have just said it better.
Yeah.
He could have just said it better.
Yeah.
Like, honey, you're gonna have to chill out. Like, you're going to, like, you're actively, like, not. Like, this is just not the way.
Yeah.
Like, she is.
Yeah, I don't know. Do something. Give homegirl a brownie. Something. Calm her down. Because
I wonder if she ever spoke to him. I wish there was an update.
I know.
Let me tell you, there were people in these comments, they were like, I wish my mother-in-law didn't want to talk. They're like, man, she hit the jackpot. Like, it's so like, these shits are so funny. Yeah, see, honestly, it sounds like OP's wife hit the mother-in-law lottery. A mother-in-law that wants absolutely nothing to do with you, but isn't necessarily rude or trying to make your life miserable. That's a blessing. Because some of these mother-in-laws be actively trying to ruin their daughter-in-law's lives. You just got someone who don't really feel like talking. That's nice. It's lovely. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no, there's no update, unfortunately. However, if there is an update, I will find it.
Yes.
Yeah, so, anyways, that was this week's Am I the Asshole? Dom, what you got for us?
Got affirmations.
Ooh,
Affirmations. Okay. So I have two. The first one is silent drum roll. Like, it is safe for me to be my authentic self. I thought that went pretty hand in hand with the compliment thing, because essentially you're getting complimented for something that's genuine about you. And I don't know, I just feel like the best way to live your life is by being your authentic self. And then the second one is I love myself fully. I am always worthy. I matter. Like, I just think that was very nice to go with the compliment theme.
So good.
You know, self-love.
This one has a Band-Aid.
I was wondering, I was like, are you trying to, like, do the same thumb that I am, or?
No, I just thought this one was ugly. So
I
switched it. Ready?
All right. 1, 2, 7. Nice.
That might be our thumbnail.
Oh, God,
no. No?
No.
All right. That's all you gotta say, bitch. The whole face changed. It's like...
I'm a little bit expressive with my face, if you couldn't tell. All right, well.
Never.
It's all right.
Anyways.
Making that face for?
Because I'm hopped off on caffeine.
Wait, do it again.
I don't know.
Yo, you made a 7 with your face.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Don't move.
Oh.
Yeah.
My wrinkles? My wrinkle made a 7?
Is that necessary? That's not wrinkles.
Is it? Is it?
It's your, that's just like a smile outline.
Okay. Whatever.
You know?
I'll take it. It's fine. There's a 7 on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, only when you do that. Only when you do that. The next time you do that, I'm just gonna, like, just yell the number 7. So, then you know. Don't do that.
I'm unclenching my face so I don't fucking do it. Tell the people where to find us.
All right, well, you can find myself and Mel7 on Instagram.
Oh my god.
That was good.
You know what? That was good.
That was good. I like,
slipped that in.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't fully think about it till it was coming out, and I was like, this shit's gonna hit. Oh, God.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That was good.
Oh, gotcha.
You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Spotify. Also, a new one, Apple Music Podcast.
Yes, because we know that not everybody likes Spotify. So, we done went over to Apple Podcasts.
Mm-hmm. So you could check us out there. Please, 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 please interact with our posts. Like, if you have any suggestions, give us suggestions. Give us ratings, please, as long as it... I'll allow 4 stars. I'll allow it.
Hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
We have a lot of views. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate the views. I love that you looking at us. Thank you. But at the same time, you got the time to watch and click the video, but you ain't got time to hit the subscribe button. Go on and just click it. Click it. How you want them to click it?
I want you to go over to it, go like this, and then open that shit up and bear paw that shit.
Oh, I thought you was gonna...
I was thinking about it, but... Nah.
You've had them smack it quite a few
I was
times.
going to say, I definitely have used the word smack already. So.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so that, and then, we mentioned it in the beginning, but just a reminder to please check us out on YouTube if you haven't done so already, and same thing, like, comment, subscribe, as well as check out our Patreon. It is $5 hairs per month.
It's $5. It's $5. What's $5? Nothing to a baller like you. So come on over. And throw us a 5. You got 5 on it.
God.
What?
You know, you really do just embody a dad every single waking moment.
That's a song about the weed.
I know, which also convenient. But,
haha.
But it's just, your dad jokes really are up to par.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a father.
I know. She's a father.
All right. And once again, we are Talk Your Shift across all platforms. So join us. Join the crew. Join our community. We love you. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
She loves you. Anyways. All right. We'll see you later. Bye. Shit, I did the 7. Motherfucker.